Hi, I'm Beth from Jersey Beauty Co and I'm with the wonderful Dermalogica Victoria. We're here because we've got a brand new Dermalogica product to talk about, Prisma Protect SPF 30. It is an incredibly high-spec sun protection. It protects your skin against 85% of pollutants and it works with your skin's natural biological clock. So I'm gonna ask you some really quick fire questions.
Yep.
We're gonna get in and you're gonna tell me all about this incredible moisturiser. So Victoria, why do we need to defend our skin against UVA rays?
Okay, so UVA, if you're not familiar with UV rays, there's UVA, UVB. UVA, the action of the ray is easy to remember. A for aging, so you don't really feel it. And it's the same strength all year round, from dusk till dawn.
So even when it's not sunny, we're still getting UVA rays from the sun?
Yes, UVA is present all the time. And I say you don't actually feel it at all on your skin, but it's a very long ray, so it actually penetrates deep into the deeper layers of the skin where the living tissue is, like where your collagen is, for example, into the dermis. And when we think about the aging effect that it has, it just damages our collagen. So every time you're exposed to UVA, you're getting a lot of collagen damage. And over time, that will lead to lines, wrinkles, sagging, bagging in the skin, a lot of pigmentation. And UVA can also cause skin cancer long term as well.
So basically, there's these rays from the sun that we can't see that actually damage our skin's collagen, which when that is damaged, that causes us to look...
That gives you that typical...
wrinkled, fine line, that kind of thing.
You know, when someone's had a lifetime in the sun, it's the UVA that causes
People might be surprised because they can't feel it. So what about the other rays that we get from the sun, the UVB rays? How does this...
UVB is slightly different in as much as it's a shorter high energy ray. So you feel UVB, so the UVB ray burns you. So, you know, most particularly if you're fair like me, you can feel your skin burning within a few minutes of sitting in the sun. So that's the UVB ray that you can feel. And that penetrates into the surface layers of the skin, the epidermis, and burns it, gives you that sunburn, so you can really feel the heat and the burning.
So does that do any lasting damage for our skin?
Yes, because that's also damaging the skin. And that's why your skin peels to get rid of all of those damaged cells.
That's awful when that happens, isn't it?
Yes, and studies show that obviously the more sunburns you have, the more increase in skin cancer risk you have as well. So both UVA and UVB can lead to skin cancer because of the damage that it causes to your DNA.
And Prisma protects against both rays, whereas other products might not do?
Yeah, I think today most sunscreens tend to protect against UVA and UVB, but I think it can be confusing to know what you're getting. So on Dermalogica's SPF products, we use the term broad spectrum.
What does that mean?
You'll see that on all of the Dermalogica SPFs. And broad spectrum means that it's protecting against a broad spectrum of UV radiation, so both UVA and UVB rays, so you get a full level of protection against those, because the number, so whether it's SPF 15, 30, 50, that's
30.
That's just indicating your protection against the burning ray. So how long, how many extra minutes before you'll burn.
So you'll know if it protects against both because it should say SPF 30 and then broad spectrum. So we've got both of those. Tick tick. Fab. So this is a really clever product because not only is it protecting against UVA and UVB rays, it also protects against pollution. So why do we need to protect against pollution?
That's a good question. I think there's a lot of products coming onto the market that are anti-pollution because we're starting to realise the damaging effects that it have not only on our overall health, but also on our skin. So when we look at pollution, we have very high levels of pollution everywhere in the country and over the world. And you've got invisible gases, you've got invisible tiny little particles of pollution. So not only are we breathing these in, but they can actually enter the skin. So these little tiny pollution particles, they're really, really tiny, and you can fit numerous of these little particles into just one tiny little skin pore. So they quite easily get into our skin.
Things we're learning today. There's rays that we can't see and there's teeny particles that get into one pore.
Absolutely. And I think with pollution, particles getting into the skin, as you can imagine, you've got these kind of toxic gases and pollution that's coming into the skin. That's going to instantly trigger inflammation. It's going to be damaging the skin, and that will, again, over time lead to aging on the skin, particularly pigmentation. There's a lot of research done to show that people living in very highly polluted areas have more pigmentation on the skin and even skin tone.
So how does Prisma protect against pollution then, as well as...
In two key ways.
Okay.
The actual formula itself, being a moisturiser, it delivers like an invisible shield that actually blocks 85% of pollution particles. So it's like physically blocking them, which is amazing.
So it stops them getting into the little pores, like you said.
Yes. Yeah. And then the other thing that we need with pollution and UV rays as well, actually, because this kind of damage is creating and generating a lot of free radicals in the skin. Okay. And free radicals need neutralising or quenching with antioxidants. What are free radicals,
just for people that don't know?
And free radicals are unstable molecules. So they can come from anywhere, from smoking, poor diet, stress. Just by being a human and breathing creates free radicals in the body. But extra free radicals from UV and pollution is quite an issue in the skin. So we use in Prisma Protect SPF 30 Japanese matcha tea, which is a really potent antioxidant, and it's about 100 times more potent than something like green tea. Okay. And this basically just quenches those free radicals, neutralises them, you know, so they can't damage the skin.
They don't damage our skin. Fab. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so we know that this product can protect against two invisible but very real kind of causes of aging, really, and causes of damage to our skin. So UV rays, UVA and UVB, and pollution. Yes. So we know all that now. So I want to ask some questions about the product to get to grips with, like, who this is for. So it's an SPF 30. Why did we go for SPF 30? Is it available in SPF 50?
Yeah, so it's SPF 30, and I think that what you have to remember with SPF 30, that gives you a high level of protection, and we've also got the broad spectrum, so we're protecting against UVA and UVB. And I think that when you look at something like SPF 50, that will change the formula, the texture. We've got a light, medium weight moisturiser, so it's suitable for all skin conditions. And actually, when you move from an SPF 30 to 50, you get 1% more increase in...
Just 1%?
Yeah, just 1%. So you can't block out 100% of UV rays. An SPF 30 blocks out about 96%, and SPF 50, 97%. So it's not as much of a difference as
so it's very hard working for an SPF.
And it's more than adequate to give you a good
And it's going to suit more people, like you said, which is really cool.
Absolutely.
So when should you use a product like this then? Like, when's the proper time to use it to protect against those rays and the pollution and things that you talked about?
So in your morning regimen, so when you've done your cleansing, toning, if you're applying some serums or boosters, and then you would use your Prisma Protect SPF 30 just like you would any other moisturiser. So think about it as a moisturising product. And ideally about half an hour before you're going outside, because that gives the skin adequate time to kind of absorb the sunscreen, so they're ready to defend when you go out into the environment.
Most people put their moisturiser on about half an hour before.
Yeah, cause especially if you're going to be doing your makeup and stuff over the top.
Fab. Okay, and should we use this product at night? I know it's an SPF product, but it also does the pollution protecting as well, which I'm guessing just happens all the time, even when you're in bed.
Yeah, so I think the idea is that Prisma Protect SPF 30 is like your key daytime defence. So it's designed to work to really optimise your natural daytime defences. When we think about the skin's kind of circadian rhythm and what it's trying to do in the day, when you come to the evening, it's best to use something like our Sound Sleep Cocoon, and that partners perfectly with the Prisma Protect SPF 30.
What's the circadian rhythm then?
Circadian rhythm is like your natural body clock, so knowing when to wake and sleep, and your skin is kind of governed by the same kind of natural biological rhythms of night and day. So your optimum daytime defence for your skin naturally is between about 7 and 11 in the morning, which is quite a small window, and also you've got a lot of the daytime left to
probably not even got out of the house on a weekend.
Exactly. And then nighttime, it really starts to kick in around 9 p.m, where your natural regeneration mode starts to kick in. So it's quite a good idea to do your nighttime regimen around the 9 p.m. mark if you can, applying something like Sound Sleep Cocoon.
So applying something like this in the day and Sound Sleep Cocoon on an evening is going to extend that kind of natural protection.
Yeah, they're both designed to work with what your skin's naturally doing in the daytime defence mode and the nighttime regeneration mode, so supporting those functions.
Wow. So how many uses would I expect to get? This is Prisma Protect and it's a 50ml. We're doing a couple of other sizes as well.
Yeah,
I've got 12.
Got a little travel size.
12ml there. So how many uses can I expect to get from this one?
In that one, 60 uses.
60 uses. So 60 daytime uses, and we're going to use Sound Sleep Cocoon in the evening.
Yeah,
so
they work perfectly together,
Fab, that's great. And for the people out there who perhaps are concerned with, we've talked a lot about ageing, so what's the difference between this and Dynamic Skin Recovery?
Yeah, that's a great question.
A moisturiser with an SPF
yeah,
as well.
Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50, one of our real top sellers. I think really it's just the age range and the key skin concerns. So your Prisma Protect SPF 30 is designed for those in your 20s, your 30s, looking to maintain healthy, useful skin, prevent skin damage, prevent aging. And then I think when you reach that kind of late 30s into your 40s, when your natural aging process starts, or if you feel like you have premature aging on the skin, then Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50 is more fortified to deliver age-fighting actives, so peptides, for example. So if you're seeing the lines and the wrinkles or the pigmentation, and you need that addressed.
So if you're not seeing many fine lines and wrinkles, this is the one. But if you are seeing fine lines and wrinkles, then you're going to want to address the stuff that's already there, basically.
Yeah, and I think that Prisma Protect SPF 30 is a great product. So for those of you out there that are using your Clear Start range in your kind of teens into your early 20s, but you're not really ready for age smart, because that's really for, you know, coming into your age 40 when the natural aging process. So this is a really great healthy skin maintainer.
Fab. That's great. Thanks for coming and talking to us about Prisma Protect today. If you want to grab Prisma Protect SPF 30, you can do so now from our website. So it's jerseybeautycompany.co.uk. We've always got offers on, so have a little look, grab a great offer and enjoy Prisma.